sorry. Wait a minute. Okay. There's your beautiful mommy. Your grandmother is not the best at video. All right, Dad, sorry.
It's go time.
It's go time.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica and today I thought I would go through how I lost the baby weight and really kind of my health and fitness journey right up before I got pregnant, throughout my pregnancy, and then postpartum weight loss. Now, if you're new to my channel, I do health and fitness videos, I do healthy recipes, kind of day in the life of a mom with a toddler videos, so I'd love to have you as a subscriber and let's get started. So first I just want to talk about kind of leading up to getting pregnant, where my fitness level was. I was somebody who calorie restricted. I wanted to eat as little as possible because I thought that's the only way that I would maintain my weight. This is not at the point where I had even discovered what macronutrients were and learning about counting your macros. I hadn't gotten there yet. So before I got pregnant, I was certainly the leanest I had ever been. I had the most muscle definition that I ever had, but I was not eating a whole lot of foods. I certainly was not eating enough carbohydrates. I was eating very small portions. I'm sure I wasn't even eating 1,000 calories a day. So while I was learning about strength training, I was never lifting super heavy. I was always using weights that were comfortable for me, and that was it. Leading up into, right before I found out I was pregnant, I was certainly I was at the highest fitness level I had ever been in, and I was very happy with my body. Then I found out I was pregnant. Jim and I weren't really trying to have a baby, but it also wasn't a surprise. We were kind of at that point in our relationship and in our life where we thought, you know what, if it happens, great. I had been thinking about getting pregnant and I had learned and read up a lot about fitness routines and continuing your fitness routine throughout your pregnancy. And really what I learned was as long as you were physically active before, you should be able, with your doctor's permission, you should be able to just continue whatever fitness regimen you had going on. So that's basically what I thought I would do. I didn't really deal with a lot of like morning sickness or anything. I didn't have a huge appetite and my stomach hurt a lot, but I felt like I could work out. And so I tried, and I immediately had a lot of cramping and a lot of discomfort, which made me super nervous. I'm sure moms out there or ladies who have experienced pregnancy before, especially your first pregnancy, you don't know any better and you don't know what else to expect, and it's scary, and you don't want to do anything that could hurt the baby or hurt you or end your pregnancy. So I didn't do anything. I did a little bit of yoga and that was it. I would say really for the first trimester, almost up until I would say probably the first 12 weeks of my pregnancy, I didn't do anything. I went to work, I still worked at a car dealership. I worked anywhere from 8 to 12 hours a day. I was tired. On my days off, I just slept, and I would sleep all day. I would have dinner with Jim, and then I'd still go to bed at 8 o'clock at night. I was exhausted. Now, once I got into my second trimester, I started having more energy. I felt really, really good. And so I started incorporating some pregnancy workout videos. So I did 3 different pregnancy workout videos or DVDs, and I would rotate them. So I worked out every day. On my second trimester, I had already quit my job. So I would get up in the morning, I would work out, and then I would normally go on a walk afterwards. I'm convinced that's why Henry didn't sleep, because I walked a good 30-45 minutes every day, so he was used to that rocking motion immediately, and when he came out and was born, he wanted to be held all the time. So I did 3 different workout videos. I did this one, Suzanne Bowen, Slim and Toned. I did Andrea Orbeck's Pregnancy Sculpt, and I did Tracy Anderson, the Pregnancy Project. So I would just rotate through the 3 of these, and if you guys want me to do a review or tell you, my thoughts on each one individually, just let me know in the comment section below, and I'd love to create a video like that. In my second trimester, I didn't feel as nervous and I didn't feel as sick. So even though I didn't have morning sickness, I had a lot of headaches, I experienced really bad migraines, and I just didn't have much of an appetite. But that changed in my second trimester, and I enjoyed foods that I hadn't ever let myself indulge in, and I indulged, more. And I think that that's okay in pregnancy. I think it's great if you want to go out to eat, and Jim and I would go out in the morning and have pancakes, and I never had pancakes before. I would never allow myself to go out to breakfast and have pancakes, and I did. Of course, I still, for the most part, ate very healthy, but I allowed myself to indulge, and I knew that my body was changing. I knew my body was gaining weight. It was also starting to get a little bit soft, which I didn't really like, but I just kind of went with it. And then for my third trimester, I actually started incorporating back quick HIIT workouts. So I would only do 10-15 minutes. I wouldn't use heavy weights. I wouldn't do very intense plyometric moves or anything like that, but I felt good enough to do my pregnancy DVDs, my walking, and my HIIT workouts. And I actually did one the day I went into labor. Because I went to the doctor that morning actually and got checked, and she's like, nah, enjoy your weekend. I'll see you next week sometime. Like, a week and a half, you've got plenty, enjoy your weekend. Like, this might be your last weekend without kids. So I went home, I did a workout, and I felt a little weird. Then I felt fine, and then yeah, Henry came that night. So that was kind of my fitness routine throughout my pregnancy. I kept it very simple. I would say that while I indulged and enjoyed foods more often and more frequently than I would, when I was at home, I was still probably not eating enough calories. I was definitely still afraid of a sweet potato, like I've mentioned before. So I hadn't yet gotten to the point of a very healthy relationship with food. So then I had Henry. And I'm going to talk a little bit about my postpartum fitness journey from when he was a newborn in October of 2015 up till now, and we're in May of 2018. I did do a video. My first video that I ever did was my top tips to start working out after you've had a baby, and I will put the link up here and also in the description box below. So make sure that you go check that out if you are a new mom and you're wanting to get started on your fitness journey, but you're just not sure where to start. Go check that video out. It'll give you tons and tons of resources. Between, day one and 3 months old, I don't think I did anything. I was just trying to survive. I was exhausted, barely left my bedroom. I was not going to be working out. I was too tired. But once he got to about the 3-month mark, I started feeling a little bit more comfortable. I was able to leave Henry with Jim in the morning. We would get up really early because they're up all the time. And I would leave Jim in the morning before he needed to get ready for work, and I would do a quick 15 to 20 minute HIIT workout. When I say HIIT workout though, I want to drive home the fact that it was very low impact, and I modified everything. I couldn't do a push-up. Now I didn't have diastasis recti, but I wasn't doing a whole lot of crunches at the time. I was not going as fast as I could. I was just, HIIT workouts were my comfort zone. I knew how to incorporate them, and so I did them, but very, very modified. And that was it. And then I just kind of went out about my day with my newborn, and I still was calorie restricting. I was so focused on losing the weight. And for me, I lost the body weight really, really quickly because I got sick, and that's a whole other story. Let me know in the comment section below if you want to hear it. But I did actually lose the number fast. I only gained about 25 pounds when I was pregnant. I lost at least 20 of those pounds in the first 2 months, but it was my tummy. I couldn't get rid of the fat or the softness around my midsection, and it was driving me crazy. And so I would just keep calorie restricting. Meanwhile, I wasn't working out all that often, and I was exhausted. So by the time Henry was about 4 to 5 months old, we were on a good schedule, a consistent schedule. He wasn't sleeping through the night yet, but we were on a schedule to where I knew at nap time I could work out for 20, 30, 35 minutes. And I did. And so my skill level increased, my strength was getting back, and so I worked out the way I felt like working out. I did a lot of the Tone It Up workouts, which if you haven't checked them out, check out their YouTube channel. They are amazing. Those girls spread such a wonderful message, and their workouts are great, and they're perfect if you're a beginner or you're super advanced. You will love their workouts. I also started walking every afternoon because I could not get him to sleep for that last nap, that 4 o'clock nap for like 30 minutes. That way he could be up for a little bit and then go to bed. I couldn't get him to sleep anywhere other than on me, so I would body wear him. I would put him in my ergo, and then we would walk around the neighborhood. And we walked for those whole 30 minutes. And so I would walk a good distance, and I had this kid on me, which was like a weighted vest on me. So it was great. I didn't look at it as working out. I had my headphones in. I just listened to my music. I went on a walk. Him and I were out of the house. He was sleeping, and it was just a nice time. We also joined the Y right about this time because I had started learning about strength training and really, really understanding how just doing cardio isn't going to change your body. And if you really want to get strong and you want that definition, it's your relationship with food. It's when I first started dabbling with counting macros and strength training. So we joined the Y, and I would go twice a week and Henry would go to the kids' room, and it was great. As he started getting older, he didn't like it anymore, and the babysitters are awesome there, and they would really try to calm him down, but eventually they always had to come and get me. And so it was just a mindset thing for me where I couldn't really get in a good workout because it was always like looking over my shoulder, knowing that the people from the childcare were going to come get me. So I switched. At that time, I switched from the Y to Orange Theory, which if you haven't seen before, go and check out my Orange Theory review. I'll link it right here and in the description box below. Sister had been doing it for a while, and I just decided that I really wanted to, I had done a free workout with her, and I decided that that was a better fit for me. I was trying to fit going in between naps, and so I'm the person who's always gotten up early and just got my workout done in the morning. I couldn't do that because of his naps, and he'd fall asleep in the car, and so we would be basically waiting around all morning to go work out, and it just was a waste of my day. I knew he didn't like it, so we just stopped. Probably about 7 to 8 months old is when Henry started consistently sleeping through the night in his own room, which was amazing. And so I was going to Orange Theory once a week. I was doing strength-focused workouts at home. I was doing some that I found online. Bodybuilding.com is a great resource. And I also started making up my own, and then I would do HIIT workouts. I kind of started dabbling in running as well, right around when Henry was a year and a half old. That's when I did the first Couch to 5K app. And the reason that I started that was because I was at Orange Theory and I couldn't get a good grip on the treadmill. I couldn't figure out how to get my endurance up. And so I thought if I did a Couch to 5K app and kind of taught me how to slowly run for an endurance run, I'd be better. And I was. It helped me. I'm not a great runner. I don't particularly enjoy it, but I'm trying to find the zen in it. Henry turned a year and a half, between a year and a half and 2 years old is when I really consistently started tracking my macros. I started doing more of my own strength training and HIIT workouts, and I also incorporated yoga and meditation. Let me just hit on the macros. Now, I did talk about macros in my How to Get Abs After Baby video, which I'll link right here, so I'm not gonna go into a whole lot of detail, but I'm just gonna say that it really has shaped and morphed my relationship with food. I'm stronger than I've ever been. I really attribute to helping me lose the puffiness, the pooch around my stomach after having Henry, and I don't restrict anymore. I'm eating so much more than I ever did, and I don't feel guilty about the foods that I eat. So go check that video out if you're interested. Also very stressed, and I think parents, you can relate, stay-at-home moms or dads specifically, you're in this pressure cooker bubble with a kid all day long, and the older they get, the tantrums start coming, life can get very hard. And I found yoga to be a wonderful outlet, not only because my body physically needed the release. You need to stretch, and you need to stretch for a good period of time, no matter what kind of physical activity you're doing. And I just always found it easy to go from a HIIT workout or a strength training workout, either that I created or I found online, to just doing a really quick 10 to 20 minute yoga video. I'll link a bunch of my favorite channels in the description box below. I'm getting better. I would still say that I'm a novice, but I'm getting better. And then adding a meditation, you can download a meditation app on your phone, do the free ones, even if you only have 3 minutes or 5 minutes. I found it so good for clarity and for my patience level with Henry. I can't recommend it enough. So there you have it. That in a nutshell is how I lost my baby weight. It's been 2.5 years, and I would say that I've evolved so much as a person. Obviously, becoming a mother changed me dramatically, but I also became more, I don't know if it's because I turned 30 or because I had more time because I'm at home with Henry all day, but I finally figured out, and again, I'm not perfect by any means, and I still have a lot to learn, and I'm probably gonna change again 9 million times, but I feel like I'm finally at a good place with my self-image, how I feel about myself, my relationship with food, and my strength level. I am committed to just living a healthy lifestyle and not just forcing myself to do things because I'm so worried I'm gonna get fat if I don't, or I'm gonna gain 15 pounds if I, eat a sweet potato versus broccoli every night for dinner. Or if I don't feel well, I'm okay taking a rest day. I'm more confident and feeling okay taking a rest day than I ever would have before. And that comes with time. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.